Hi guys, finally at long last I'm back, but I will have to say that this is definitely temporary. If you missed my post on here, this is very temporary. For the time being, until further notice, my original room is out of commission, and I did post pictures about that as well. I don't even know how long I have this room, because I was already delayed a little bit in this room because there was some work being done here. That's done until at least for now, and but I was like, I really can't keep delaying. I really owe you guys a lot. So without too much delay, I'm gonna jump right into this episode because this one has been waiting far too long. I've been talking about this box. So I mentioned this box since before I relocated. So obviously, finally, at long last, the Prismatic Evolutions Super Premium Collection, which I'm assuming will now be initialized as SPC versus UPC, but I'm so used to saying UPC that I still call this thing a UPC. So I will continue to call it a UPC, even though it's definitely a super instead of ultra. But anyway, here are contents in the back. I there's so much I want to say about what's been going on, the delays and whatnot, and I can't apologize enough about what's been going on. So I'm just glad that we can finally film something, and I'm gonna try to do a little filming spree if I can. While I have this room, I'm gonna have to, or I will try to film as much as possible. This box, by the way, does not belong to me. It belongs to a coworker who bought it from me, and he is allowing me to open it on the channel, so I do appreciate that. So that way we all get to experience it together, and hopefully we get some good stuff, or rather, hopefully he gets some good stuff. All right, so here we go. Evie is already off center, pun intended, but I thought it was that funny. Let me just slide that down a bit. There you go. There is the beautiful EVEX promo card that comes in the box. I'm going to go ahead and withhold the code card only because I'm going to assume he wants it. If I'm wrong, maybe at a later episode, I'll show it. Anyway, here is the super adorable. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the deck box. And I'm going to say, yeah, that's the deck box. The whole thing is like padded, or furred, or skinned. I think they called it a skinned Eevee, but it's so cool. And here is the stunning sleeves. Any Eevee Evolutions fan would love these. The playmat is behind. I am not going to unfurl this only because, man, these things are a pain in the butt to put back the proper way. Since it's his, I'm going to leave it alone. I'll let him do that. But I will try to put a picture of it on the screen there so you can see how it looks unfurled. And here go our packs. Can I lift this whole thing up? No, they slide right out. Okay. Yeah, they slide right out. Okay, so there we go. All right, I am filming this what is this, the third week of July, I believe, and Collecticon just passed this past weekend, July 12th and 13th, and needless to say, the show was absolutely fantastic, just as packed as it was last year. It was awesome, if not even better. A lot of your YouTubers or PokeTubers, the majority of them were in attendance. You named them, they most likely were there, which was really cool. Personally, on a personal level, it was my best show ever. It beat Collecticon last year, which is great. So there's not much more I can say except that there is another Collecticon coming to New Jersey this November, and I will definitely be there with even more stuff. So here we go. We're kicking it off here. And forgive the noise in the background because I'm pretty sure that car honk just came through. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. The noise pollution in this room is worse than my original room. So that's unavoidable. I am sorry. So, pack number 2. I'm hoping we get some good stuff. I want my buddy to get some good stuff here. Always wishing good for those hits, even if they're not for me. Speaking of which, I built my own mystery boxes and I had them for sale at Collecticon. And I got, at least as of now, I got good reception on them. So far, oh, I did miss that card. I did not see that that was a Pokeball Groudon. My bad. All right, that's cool. So I did not, so far did not get any bad feedback about the mystery boxes. And there's our first hit, Sandy Shocks EX, card 56. Even though obviously it's not one of the bigger hits. But anyhow, let me go ahead and get my sleeves. Yeah, I didn't get bad feedback yet, but I do say yet because I'm always open to feedback, of course. And so far the feedback was good. Matter of fact, I think I should upload that as a shorts because I did record one of the openings. Someone opened this stuff in front of me, but they didn't open everything, like not all the packs and stuff, but they did open it in front of me and it was still pretty cool. And they were happy with what they got, so for sure. Okay, there you go. Oops, wrong pile. Messed that up. Oh man, it's been so long that I'm out of sync with my routine of how I used to rip boxes and packs. All right, let's see. Riolu and Arcaludon. Nothing too crazy. I'm just gently gonna put these in a pile and this all goes to my buddy. So yeah, Collecticon was fantastic. Made a lot of great deals. Made a super big deal. I probably should have filmed it, but I didn't. In the heat of the moment, I did not. I kind of regret someone not filming it for me and stuff like that, but none of us thought about it, to be honest. But it was pretty cool. So that is not a Pokeball card. Neither is that, and neither is he. Okay. Yeah, I was surprised how much I ended up selling at Collecticon. I mean, you know, at the end of day 2, we barely had anything left. The best way I can put it is that it took us, let's say, 3 trips with a hand truck to unload my vehicle and trailer to bring stuff into the show. And we only needed 1 trip back to put stuff back inside. If that makes any sense. Hoot Hoots, Slowpoke, Noctowl. All right. And if you haven't picked up, also this room has a crazy echo, so you hear my voice echoing, which is also not present in my original room. But again, there's nothing I can do, and I don't want to keep delaying filming. So I apologize, and hopefully it's not too much of a bother. All right, Hippowdon, Larvitar, Great Tusk, Professor Sada, Suicune, Lacey, that is a Pokeball. So that's card 114. Okay, Goldeen, aha, Master Ball. I had a feeling this one was looking a little different. There's the Master Ball pattern. You could barely make it on the camera. There it is. All right, card 20. And Teal Mask Ogerpon. There you go. So you could count this as 3 hits, really. I would. Because even though the Pokeball, Master Ball may not be worth too much, but of course I could be wrong. All 3 are technically more valuable than your run-of-the-mill cards. So I'm just saving them all up. And I hope they're worth something. Although I know Prismatic is kind of on the way back down because I did buy 3 cases of Prismatic ETBs at Collecticon, but I'm going to sit on them until at least the November Collecticon. Then I might resell, or I'll keep sitting on them even longer till the following year. We'll see. Because I really don't mind sitting on stuff. That's how I've always rolled when it comes to me and Pokemon and my collection and stuff. So the big deal of the day, or the weekend, I should say, was a Japanese Neo 2 booster box that we've had since I was a kid. And my dad wanted to sell it. There's a great card, the Walking Wake Gold EX card, 178. That's cool. And Fluttermane. So we were looking for, like 17,500 in cash for it. Which, of course, the thing is, if you look at the statistics or the market prices for that box, they don't really sell that high. There's always an outlier that happens to sell that high, if not higher. But typically they sell around 14, 15. So the thing was, father and son group came to us and they were highly interested in the box. And they offered a good amount of stuff. And they also wanted all of the vintage theme decks we have brought with us. So the bundle was all the vintage theme decks. There was about 8 of them, plus the Neo booster box for $11,000 in cash, plus the my first edition base set Blastoise card. And it's graded as a PSA 9, and I will definitely be showing that on the channel because we said yes to the deal. So now we no longer have the old vintage boxes. I mean, we still have vintage boxes in my personal collection, but in terms of for sale in the future, we're out. Unless I was to buy somebody else's. But we made what is it? Now we have a first edition Blastoise that we've never had before. So, there's the Pokeball Professor Sada. I think this is like one of the most common Pokeball cards, I believe. Not 100% sure. And we have Houndoom, this not either. And Vaporeon, which is neither. I'll sleeve up Sada. Okay. For CollectorCon November, I was thinking about bringing ETBs because I brought a whole case and a half of Paldean Fates. They left the building so fast. I have Surging, I have Crown Zenith. I think I still have 151. I might bring those in November, but honestly, what I'm going to bring the most of in November, so I'm just letting you guys know now in case you guys happen to attend, is a lot of Pokemon merch. Not my kind of merch, not custom merch. I'm talking about legit Pokemon Center. That is a gorgeous trainer. Rayfort. Card 142. Very cool. A lot of Pokemon merch literally from the Pokemon Center. Pokemon Center merch. I'm talking about a ton of plushies. I'm thinking about bringing pool floats, even though it will be November, so it'll be a colder month. But they'll be on sale, so you can have them for the summer. That's how I'm looking at it as. There's going to be celebrations hats, or celebration-themed hats. Going to have Pokemon figurines. I was even thinking about bringing the Pokemon bookends that I have. I have Pokemon snow globes. I have the Ocean of Friendship figure, which is huge. That's all from the Pokemon Center website. And that's all going to be for sale at the November show. So I'm going to bringing going to be more stuff to this show, but it's just that the majority of it is not going to be TCG related. It'll just be Pokemon related. So for anyone who's always looking for Pokemon related merch, and again, this is straight from the Pokemon Center. This is not my custom stuff. This is straight from them. Then this is a perfect opportunity to pick it up. All right, here we go. Fanroll Tom, Habanberry, Hoots, Dreepy, Ogre's Mask, Kieran, Slowking, Dusclops, and that is a Pokeball. Okay. I think this is the fourth one we've gotten. Cottony and Leafeon. Another sleeve. Okay, Litleo, Dracloak, Duraludon, Professor's Research, Earthen Vessel, Lacey, Executor, Sparkling Crystal, an Ace-Spec. I forgot those were even in the set. An Ace-Spec Trainer, card 129. And Sylveon, and Jolteon. All right, the Eons are making their appearances. The Evolutions. I'm going to sleeve up the Ace-Spec. There we go. We're down to 2 packs. Again, guys, my words are not enough to describe how sorry I am that I haven't been able to deliver. Just things are just unavoidable at the moment. All the construction going on in the building, trying to find a suitable location to film in. And I'm hoping that this at least is suitable for the time being. But I will try to film as many episodes in here as possible. But I really don't have a lot of time because once the school year starts, I can't stay in this room filming like this. Unless, of course, I stay super late after hours and do it. So, which is what I normally do, but I do it in the comfort of my own room. Not in somebody else's room. So, all right, here we go. Last pack. Crispin Pokeball. All right, it's card 105. Bronzor and Iron Thorns EX. Card 32. So, unfortunately, none of the big hits. That was disappointing. I'm going to assume he did not get his money's worth here. Gonna assume he did not, which is unfortunate. I was hoping for at least one big hit. Obviously, everyone's always hoping for a God Pack, you know, obviously, why not? But I was hoping for something to help him recoup his costs. I'm not sure how much. Maybe the only one I could think of that might be worth something is Rayford's. But again, I'm just completely guessing there. I have no idea. And I never sleeved up the Eevee. So I can show you that, the promo at least. And if the promo's worth something, I'll obviously display it on the screen. But here goes the beautiful promo. And this one, the condition is pretty solid. It looks like, is that a little whiting on the corner there? Yes. But the other corners are super solid. All right. So, not counting Eevee, of course, I'll leave Eevee. You know what? Let me leave Eevee over here. Let me grab all these, and we'll count our hits. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12, I believe, out of 16 packs. Is that right? 16? 15 packs. All right, so very high percentage there. But again, no biggies that I'm aware of. Either that, hopefully we'll get better luck in the next one because he does have another box that he's allowing me to open. So I'm definitely hoping for a better outcome there. I hope you guys at least enjoyed it. Sorry that it took so long. I want to say welcome back, but I'm hoping that we're back at least for a little bit. And I'll keep you updated in a future post if things change, obviously. But other than that, guys, as always, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your patience. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.